Coach, obviously big tournament events when Dexter goes down, but I guess just how difficult was it? Because it looked like you guys had really devised a game plan around his ability to run, and then when he went down, that kind of went out the window. Just how tough was it to try to adjust on the fly after that happens?
Yeah, it was a devastating loss, to be honest with you. He's did a great job last week, and felt great about our game plan, and it was working to perfection. We were driving the ball when he went down, just a freaky non-contact. I mean, you all saw it. It's just I just can't even put it into words. Snake bitten is kind of how I feel in some ways in regards to the injuries we've had for 2 straight years with key guys. But and you try and play to the strengths of your guys. We tried to play to the strengths of our that room, and felt really good about what we had planned out for it. I thought our offensive coach did a great job, with that, and so yeah, it just definitely, just tough. It was tough. I hate it for him. He's an amazing young man. So obviously he was taken to the hospital, and so yeah, do you want my reaction? I just kind of no words, to be honest with you. So, but it's part of the game. You got to learn to adjust and adapt.
Zach and Sammy.
Yes, Tom, two questions kind of related. First, is there a firm sense of what it is with Dexter, at least whether it's a leg, a knee, an ankle?
Yeah, it's a knee injury, and they need further evaluation. So that's the last update I got as I walked out of the training room here. So, but yeah, he was taken to the hospital, and it is not an ACL. I do know that. So it's not that. So, but it's just it's obviously serious.
And then I guess the second question is, and forgive me, I recognize this is kind of bigger picture, but when you see what the offense can do with Dexter's mobility, does that maybe make you think about, as you move into the offseason with your staff, revising some things within the offense to bring more of the mobile quarterback aspect out?
Yes, absolutely, without question. That's what I know we need to do. So, and that allows us the chance to be able to do the things we need to do, to be able to blend in different things. Yes, but with the idea of the tempo that we use and the quarterback run game and throw game combination, to me is really what I want us to be able to do, and I want to build off of that, absolutely, without question.
All right, Sammy, then Wilson.
Coach, 1 for 3 in the red zone, only 3 points. What was the trouble down there?
Yeah, I think that just field gets smaller, shrinks down. We got to win the one-on-ones at receiver. Just a guy like Cam Camper who steps up and makes those plays in that situation. We need that guy to step up. Obviously, Cam's been injured and lost him for the season, so another guy needs to step up and take on that role. And then losing DJ in that role as well. That's just I think when you get in that area of the field, you got to win the one-on-ones. And obviously we're not able to do that. It's a little harder to run the football down there, but obviously those happen without Dexter in the game. In terms of the way we had planned, I thought we'd be able to finish those with touchdowns if we had him in those situations, but we didn't. So you got to be able to adapt to those. But to me, it comes more down to being able to get in those situations where it's a tight end receiver and getting because you don't have it's a very tight window, and those guys got to make contested catches, and they got to be able to do a great job with that. So definitely disappointed we got the ball down there. I mean, we ran for over 200 yards and 26 first downs, but we got to get touchdowns. That's why even there, we tried to kick a couple field goals, missed 2 of them, which was frustrating, and that's not usually who we are in that area. But and then obviously had to go for it to the end there to get a touchdown. But to me, a lot of red zone opportunities, not enough touchdowns.
Wilson, then Mike.
Connor coming off the bench there, just how ready do you think he was, and how do you evaluate his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he came in there and gave us, all he had, and obviously it was we had to have 2 different type game plans, and obviously some things were more for him than different from Dexter, and some of the runs you didn't want to abandon all that, because I think it was some good things we were doing there, but he's come in there and battled for us, and so it's just obviously we didn't score enough points to win the game. So at the end of the day, it's all about everybody, and Connor stayed with us, even though he some guys make different decisions, but Connor's got high character, and he's an awesome young man, and I'm proud of him.
Mike, then Jack.
Which on their 60-yard touchdown pass, what did you see at all? Jones to get so open? Yeah,
we we brought pressure, and we had a DB that didn't do his job. So to me, call what you want, but you got to be able to do different things. It was a modified version of cover 2 that we were running, but we have 2 VH, 3 VH players, and one of those guys, who was a safety, got beat. And to me, it's a wall technique that really should be something we can execute. We do spend a lot of time on. It's kind of part of our base, and just can't let that happen. So, but when somebody in front of you gets injured, like what happened in that, we lost Jonathan Haynes for the game, and then the guy behind him, just struggled to execute the call in that situation. So, but I called it because I feel like we had the guys back there to do it, and didn't work. So that's on me.
Jack and Mason.
Tom, Caden Turner, true freshman, leads you in tackles tonight. Just what did you see from him in this game? What do you like about him moving forward? And I guess just being a true freshman, what does that say about him being in?
Yeah, tough kid. Hate to throw him in that situation. Didn't know until after pregame, situation there that we were going to have to do that. We were trying to get Aaron Casey ready to play. He battled all week, tough as nails. So proud of him. He gave us everything he had. He pretty much probably extended himself last week, and it caused him to not probably be able to get back this week. But I appreciate him and not having Aaron in there. The whole game was tough. But Cade got a chance to start as a true freshman, and got thrown into the fire there sooner than we'd like for him to be able to be. But at the same time, he stepped up, and even Jared Casey, who's been out for a long time with injury, came back and played some linebacker for the first time today because we didn't have anybody else left. So just our linebacker room has been decimated with injuries. But thought Caden stepped up. He got a lot of room to grow, but he's a tough physical kid that cares and loves this game, and he'll be a good player for us moving forward.
Mason, then Tyler.
Coach, I know you mentioned trying to get Aaron Casey back, but how close physically was Cam Jones to being able to be?
He practiced twice. When I say practice, he did workouts twice this week. And then just, I watched him closely. It's kind of one of those things where I just didn't feel like, and we had to have a conversation, but I wasn't going to put him out there if he wasn't 100%, and he could go one direction pretty good, but he couldn't plan. I'm just like, nah, and he busted his tail to get back. And we were trying to get him back for last week, and then maybe thought maybe this week, but the good news is for him, it's not a long-term injury that he will be able to have full recovery from, so it won't affect his NFL opportunities. But I just can't say enough awesome things about that kid. He's a special young man, great player, but just even better man and great leader. He's given us his heart and soul, given everything he has, and he tried hard to come back, and it would have been a huge lift to get him back, but I wasn't going to put him out there if it wasn't in his best interest, and I didn't feel that it was.
All right, Tyler, last one.
Coach, I think you were asked the same question last year just about injuries and how many you guys had to deal with. Is there anything you can pinpoint as causing them in terms of just you getting ready, mobility-wise, stretching? Is there anything, I guess, you can do to try to limit them? I know it's a part of the game, but limit them as much as possible.
Yeah, I wish I had an answer for that. We brought in a specialist last year. We'll do it again to evaluate everything we do from that perspective to see if there's anything we're doing or missing. But we had totally given injuries this year, which is like hardly ever heard of that in my career. I had several of those. Obviously, the exit situations, who knows what that is yet, but it's very unique without question. Non-contact, you plant. I don't even know how you prevent that. We've had, obviously Bedford was ACL, Cam Camper's ACL. NFL hasn't figured out how to stop those either, and it seems like they happen every week. We got an amazing strength conditioning coach. It was phenomenal. So we didn't have as many this year. It was unfortunately the wrong guys. Some pretty key guys that we missed. So, we're going to evaluate it, but, it's hard to, it's hard to prevent some of these. They are part of the game, and it's just tough, So no excuses. You got to have other guys step up. That's the bottom line. But I hate it that those guys weren't able to be part of this game.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Awesome. Have a good night, Elio.